Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Metaworld News for the week ending the 19th of November 2017. Gosh, it won't be 2017 much longer, will it? Time flies.
True.
I'm Mal Bones, and I'm joined here by James Atloud as well. So, hello, James.
Oh, hello, Mal.
And we're just bringing you news headlines, really, from the world of social worlds and important developments in sort of virtual world VR interfacing and stuff. And I have to say that we're very, very short on news this week, so it's going to be a pretty quick bulletin. We will have another show afterwards, in fact, which will probably be the exact opposite, but that's another matter. Yeah. I have a Twitter feed myself at twitter.com/malburns, MALBURNS. It's all one word. And that's where I post sort of general interfacing news and stuff like that. We have an additional Twitter stream at twitter.com/MetaworldNews, just as in the title of this show. And there's some more particular news appears there about social worlds themselves. And if you're still in the granddaddy of virtual worlds, the place called Second Life, you'll even find us another stream, twitter.com/malburns_writer, which contains sort of arts destinations from that grid, but also, a few glossy magazines and machinima and things like that. So there's a tiny bit of overlap. Anyway, on to the headlines, all three of them, from the main Twitter feed at the moment. And I'll make it four just in case, or five, in fact, just in case these came in too late for last week's show. Post at medium.com from Alice Bonacio, how virtuality can help us not to forget. Pretty sure I mentioned that last week because it was Remembrance Weekend in the UK, and it was about the Royal British Legion using VR for posterity to remember World War I battles and things like that. Lovely photograph of two elderly gentlemen from the Royal Legion wearing old-fashioned uniforms and definitely new-fashioned headsets. Right, and also how virtuality and embodied learning could disrupt education. That was a post at a site called gettingsmart.com. So just gettingsmart, or one word.com. I'm pretty sure we included those last week, but they're on the same page here, so what the hell. Okay, the first post this week, and actually midweek, sorry, another post at medium.com, an editorial by somebody called Jan Horsky, noted that CCP, one of the earliest VR developers, is actually closing its VR-focused studios. And developers are complaining about VR becoming unprofitable. And recently, the rate of picking up ownership of VR systems has dropped as well. However, the title of the post is VR finally dying? ? Followed by the word unlikely. So putting it all in perspective there, I mean, growth does not go on forever. And sometimes when growth is continuing, it takes a little pause. So they feel it's very unlikely that the current thing about VR is dying. It's just gossip, isn't it? Out of the home, for example, I would actually myself reckon it's taking off. I think it's the domestic market that's not keeping up to the speed they seem to require. Okay, our good friends at hypergridbusiness.com, that's all one word, Hypergrid Business. The most popular hypergrid worlds. It's a roundup of all the worlds and destinations on the hypergrid, which of course is part of the OpenSim ecosystem. And just an interesting kind of roundup there. And roadtovr.com, and actually this is a repost of a Voices of VR post. Consciousness hacking and VR, immersive text capacity to drive addictions or transcend compulsions. So that was actually an audio interview. But audio podcast really, but there is some additional notes if you follow that through. Now I'm switching to our Metaworld newsfeed, and again we've got a couple of other things. modemworld.me has a report on the art of a virtual artist called Silas Merlin. The report is focused on some building he's been doing in a world called Sansar, which is a new world operated by Linden Lab. They have Second Life, although Sansar is a very different sort of beast, should we say. And two more from Hypergrid Business. OpenSim land area breaks the 90,000 region milestone. According to David Karuki there, OpenSim land area grew by the equivalent of 6,437 standard regions last month. And that's enough to pass the 90,000 region milestone for the first time in history. And let me see. Public Grid's actually reached 90,757 standard regions. I imagine mega regions, file files and things are included as well, I don't know how they've done it. Check it out. Right, and finally, also hypergoodbusiness.com, getting in early. David Karuki again. Places to visit in world this holiday season. This is a look at the various grids on the Hypergrid that are getting an early start on the holidays this year with a lot of winter-themed regions and things like that coming online currently. And I did say it was a short news post, didn't I? I'm actually going to quickly look at Google Plus highlights, but no, there is absolutely nothing new there. It's a post of our own shows from last week. And I doubt if there's anything in the Malbones writer feed that you really need to know. So, as I said, quite short news this week, but this news wouldn't be complete without a look at the shenanigans going on on OpenSim platform itself. And for that, I'm going to hand you over to James.
Oh, shenanigans. Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, yeah, it sounds good, doesn't it?
It does. I like
or bad, as the case may be. I don't know.
Any word more than 3 syllables, I think, has merit. So that's fantastic.
Okay.
I wasn't able to attend the meeting. I just have had a busy work schedule. But reviewing the notes, it's really nice. Last week, at the office hours of the OpenSim developers, there was discussion about the desire for improvements to the muting of other avatars. Apparently, there are things that weren't working really well, and actually someone has worked on improving that module. So the first part of the discussion in the notes is about work to improve the mute list features, and so this is just to help, I think, control behavior. You know, if there are people that you want to hear or don't want to hear, and you know, that does happen. And so anyway, work is progressing really nicely on that. It's interesting because the work will involve a small change in robust and a little bit of database changes because it has to store new settings in the database, and that actually led to another discussion about the use of the MySQL database as opposed to what's been used before. So some interesting discussions in there, and then lastly, a nice note about the Open Simulator Community Conference coming up. So you know, people are starting to get the buzz about that, and of course we are as well. So
and there we are.
Very nice meeting. Yep, and that's it.
Yeah. Time is creeping up on us. Well. As an note, if you're watching us live by any chance, we will be back on the hour on this channel with this week's In World Review. And amongst other guests, we will have Joyce Betancourt talking to us about, you know, all the latest as far as that very same conference, the OCC, is concerned. Plus, we'll be talking to an English artist and a German, she's putting on a fashion show next week. Gosh golly. A Hypergrid fashion show. So we'll be hearing about that too. Anyway, that's separate from this. So hope you all have a good week, and we'll be back same time, same place next week. Bye for now.